This is Imvani South Africa by FarmerBOB. It's 187.40 megabytes to download, and the description says a peaceful South African map where you can be wild and free. Features 8 farmlands, 15 fields, 4 self-owned fields in new farmer mode. In order to sell fruit from the storage silos, they must be loaded onto truck and transported to sell point. Small to large fields, ample startup fleet. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. Now I will say straight away, this is definitely going to need an update, this map. There's a few issues on here already that I've spotted, which I will be pointing out as we go round. But I quite like the look of it. I think it's definitely got potential. It's a nice looking map. So hopefully it will get fixed and updated, and then, you know, be back working properly for us, which would be nice. So talking of the map, this is it. So there we go. We are over here. I am in new farmer mode, as I always am when I start my map tours. And that massive plot of land is what we start off with. So it is split up into, it says 8 farmlands on the description. There's a couple of things I don't think really tally up with the description, but it says 8, but I counted 7. Now there is a plot here that's got some sale points and things like that on here, but that's a plot we can't buy. Everything else we can buy on the map. So as far as I'm concerned, that's 7, unless they're counting this as the 8th one. I'm not sure. And also in the description it says, was it 4 south something fields? Well, we've actually got 6 fields on our starting farm and new farmer mode. So again, I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. This is a grass field, so if you wanted to eliminate that one, you still leaves you 5 fields. So I don't know what that means. But anyway, down on the farm, we'll check that out. We've got 3 large sheep barns, we've got a farmhouse, fuel point, workshop, and a silo. Big shed there as well, which we'll check out. There is a train on the map. It runs south to north up through here. It takes a very nice route. So up this area we do have the railroad silo, so loading and unloading via train and road. Rent a train point, that will go off and sell at Imvani station. Couple of sale points here. There is only 2 productions on the map so far. So we've got a sawmill here, and this looks like a sale point or tipping station, but that is actually our spinnery, so it is a production, which we will obviously check out. Over here we do have, just checking my notes as I'm saying this, we do have 2 other farms. They're across the road from each other. Now obviously you need to buy the plots of land, but that's where one of the major issues comes into play. So I will show you that when we get up there. I'm going to add in some money and buy, I think, this plot. It's quite hefty though, so we'll do that later, so I won't go into too much detail about that. But one thing I noticed straight away off the bat is we can't click on any of these icons, which you should be able to normally, because if we come back over here, you've just seen me do it, we can click on all these. There's the train, look, and it will tell us what that sort of icon is. We can't do that on here. Now I did think maybe it's because we don't own those plots of land, which I don't think normally happens in the game, but I did buy up the whole map, obviously bar this plot here, and it still wouldn't let me click on them. So, and like I say, I'll go into more detail when we get up there. We're going to finish the tour up there, so it's not a huge amount to see on here, but we will check it all out. Now in terms of plots of land, the other plots, they are a bit hefty, but you do get quite big fields and quite big areas. So this plot down here is kind of like a forestry area. That's 1.9 million. Plot 3 has got 3 huge fields in, 2.6. This farm here comes with these 2 really big fields, 2.7 million. This is another sort of area with some trees in, 881 grand. This other farm on this side of the road, 3 more fields, look, that is 3.3 million, and then this plot here is 1 million just over. There is kind of like a placeable area there, but again we'll have a look at that in a second when we get up there. But I think that's all I need to say and show you there. There's no custom crops or anything like that, not really any mods, only 2. If we come up to there, we've got 100 collectibles, it says. Now I'm guessing that's going to be the wooden toys, but I haven't found one. Now normally with the toys on maps, they're pretty much in your face, aren't they? You can find like a cluster of them, things like that. I haven't seen one at all, so I don't know whether that could be another issue. No productions, we don't own any yet. There is contracts available on the other fields, and as you can see, they are going to be pretty good at paying out, because you've just seen the size of some of the fields. It is showing the 3 that is, isn't it, large sheep barns there, because we do own those. Like I say, no custom crops. There is only 2 sort of main sale points. One of them is the train, the other one is Boxer Imvani, which we'll check out. Crop calendar is standard as far as I can tell, and that's probably it for now. I'll go through slot counts, and yeah, I'll go through slot counts when we get to the farm. I'll do mods quick now. So there's only 2, like I say. If we go down into silos and scroll to the end, we've got these 2 farmer 400 and 500, so 400,000 litre capacity, 500,000 litre capacity. I can't see any difference between these and the base game ones. They're not multi-fruit either. I did test them. They are already on the map. So I guess they had to mod them in for something. I'm not quite sure. I think they're the same price as well. Yeah, they're the same price. So that is there. And in cows, we do have a modded in cow barmer feeding robot. Now it still only holds 80 cows like the base game one, but it's been modded in for a reason, and I quite like that as well, but I won't show you that until we get up there. So that's pretty cool, and that is pretty much it. Like I say, we'll go through slot counts and equipment when we actually get down to the farm, because there's a couple of things I need to mention as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run across the road. I think if we just get up to where the shop is, we'll lease a pickup. We'll do all this area here where all the sale points are, and then we'll work our way down sort of into our farm, and then head on up to the other 2 farms. But like I say, I will buy one of the plots of land. But I do like, you know, it's got nice lighting. I do like all the electricity lines they've put in. It looks, oh, that's labels a little bit off there. But yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but then not all maps are. But there's people walking around, there's traffic, so it has got potential. It's got a really nice river that flows through the map, which you'll see as well. I quite like that as well. Right, here is our store or shop. So we've got the shop icon just there, workshop trigger is there, and obviously parking there. I'm going to lease a pickup, and then you can actually see where that spawns. So we'll just go for one of those, spin round. That is over there. Now what I will say is I also reset my harvester and header, and the header was about there, so it's gonna be a bit tight I think with some things. It's not a very big spawn point, but there you go. That's where your reset spawn point is when you buy, lease anything. And this is the spinnery, a little bit noisy, so I'll be quick. We can buy that as normal. Your pallets will spawn there, and that's where you tip in. So we jump into the pickup, and we'll kind of go down the left side and work our way down and back out as we go. Right in front of us there, we've got a sale point for your bells. That's Imvani bells. Now I did actually clip this bell shock that I actually crashed doing a map tour, and they do have a, you know, collision on them. They will move, and I thought, oh, can we use them? I've got field info on, so it's not actually coming up with them, and I thought, I wonder if we can push them into there and sell them, but it won't do that. But they will move about, those bells. But there we go, just something I wanted to test. Right, just here we have our loading and loading via the road for your train. And then if I stop about there and jump out, we've got the renter train point just here, and then obviously round the back we've got the loading and unloading via the actual train, like so. Now if I quickly just head into this area, this is that placeable area I mentioned which comes with this plot, but as you can see, it is not flat. You can see how flat that area is where they've placed that building on, so this is not very user friendly, I don't think. So you might have to do some sort of rearranging if you want. But there we go, that's that plot. Up into here we've got our animal dealer. So if we jump out, it should just show the 3 sheep barns. Yeah, I will refer back to that in a moment when we get to the other farms. Down into here we have the other main sale point. Now it's the same building we've got from Göweil, so it says Le Jardin des Fermiers, but this is the Boxer Imvani. So this is your other main sale point. Just up into here is where you're going to sell your grains, and then round the back just here we can sell our pallets. If you do any productions or anything like that, greenhouses, things like that, you can sell those. So you definitely have got places to sell things straight away. We've got a fuel station just there, and then there's the shop as we've seen already, and then working our way out we've got our sawmill over this side. It's standard sort of thing. Your planks will spawn in that little hatched area. We can sell the wood there or put the wood into our production, whatever you're doing. Buy it there, and wood chip out point just there. So that is that area done. We'll now head down into our farm. And I will zoom out a little bit just so you can see what we've got going on. But I really like this bridge, you'll see all that in a moment, and this awesome river. Open these gates. You can sell off these fences and gates if you don't want them on there, but it's up to you. We've also got these trees which are quite, they look pretty sort of flat on the top if you're at this sort of angle. There's something different. Field on our right there goes the train, look, up through there. Another one of our fields, so they're not bad sizes at all. Another one there. So basically all the fields around us are ours in new farmer mode. Now I'm just going to stop here and show you one of these. Obviously we do have 3 of them. They are base game ones, so they hold 65 sheep. Your feed trigger's just there, and your wall's going to appear down this side, and obviously your sheep are going to roam around out there. So we've got 3 of those. No need to show you all of them. Moving down into here, we will jump out another gate. We've got the farmhouse from Göweil, so you'll be familiar with that, most of you. In here we've got a wardrobe function for changing your clothes. We've got the sleep trigger on the porch as normal, like so. There we go. And then if we jump back in, we'll drive down a little bit, and we've got this huge shed. Some of you might be familiar with this guy. It is absolutely massive. It's worth a fortune as well. And if you're not familiar with it, it does have the solar panels on the roof, so that will produce you an hourly income. It is down here to buy, garage for contractors, and it does say bottom right, shelter with hourly income to park your vehicles and tools. As you can see, it's 455 grand to buy. Do have a pressure washer there, and then we can open all the doors up. We've got 3 big bays there, and then out the back we've got a single door like so. There's our equipment. in here, that's pretty much it. That's all we start off with, so I'll show you that right now. So in new farmer mode, the slot count is 935, and we start off with a small tractor, Massey Ferguson 5S. We've got medium tractor, Massey Ferguson 6S, a John Deere harvester, the T560, the Rudolph trailer, header for your harvester, and then we've just got an Agramash plough, which isn't very big. We do have some fairly big fields. Now, one thing I did notice earlier is our harvester's headers down here, sorry, there's no trailer for it, and it's not lined up with that door, and it will not go out that door. So if you want to use it, you're either going to have to come down here with a header trailer and try and hook up to it, put it on the header trailer, and then off you go, or reset it. So something to sort of point out there. It does have lights in here which we can turn on and off wherever we're stood, like so. Moving around the back, we've got a workshop trigger, so pull up there and you can sort of repair, customize on there. Medium petrol tank, it is empty, but we can fill this up. It will hold up to 10,000 litres, but we can buy as little as one if we want, and then obviously just fill up as and when and pay for it, like so. Now, the slot count on, actually I'll tell you, new farmer first. If you sell off all that equipment I've just shown you, I say all, there's not a lot, but if you sold that off, you can get the slot count down from 935 to 854. Now, if you come on here in Farm Manager and start from scratch, these buildings are all here. You don't own any land or equipment, but all the buildings are here, apart from that workshop, so I'm not quite sure why that's not there, but the silos here, the fuel tank, even the pressure washers here, and there's a 6 slot difference. So in Farm Manager and start from scratch it is 848, and I say 6 slot difference because if you sell off all that equipment it gets it down to 854, but Farm Manager and start from scratch 848, so that's your 6 slot difference, and that is worth 6 slots, so that's where that comes from. But like I say, not sure why that is not there. Now, if you want to get the slot count down even further, you can sell off all the buildings on here in new farmer mode. And something interesting as well, in Farm Manager and start from scratch, it will allow you to sell off all these buildings even though you don't own the land, so you could make yourself a little bit of money there if you wanted to. Right, I'll quickly head out here. This is our silo. Like I say, it's not a multi-fruit. I did chuck the trailer under there and it's just standard crop types, but there's our silo. Now we're going to whiz out. Oh, I'm going to quickly go into landscape mode actually and show you this awesome river. I do like that, it's pretty cool. And then this plot of land, which you can see hopefully, has got a lot of trees on it. So that's the bottom plot that I showed you. I think it was number 7. But look at all these trees. Not very flat. Got a few dead ones in here by the look of it as well even. But there you go. That's a lot of trees in there. Right. How user friendly it will be with a tree harvester in there, I'm not quite sure, but it's worth giving it a go. Right, let's head on out of the farm. And we'll head on up to those other 2 plots. Like I say, I'm going to add in a little bit of money when we get there. And we'll go across this bridge. Now, this is kind of like the only road on here. So this is the only road you'll get traffic on. Do need to turn off left in a moment, which is like a dirt track, but I don't think the traffic goes up there. And that leads up to the other 2 farms. You can see the buildings over there already. But some really big fields over here, and you can see all the trees over there in the distance as well. Look. So let's swing a left here. that's the other plot of land with the trees on. And this track, if you carry on up, it just goes to the edge of the map and it kind of just drops away. That's it. Right, we'll start with this plot. We can open the gates. Now, there is a silo there. So we're now up here. So we did basically this plot here. We came across the road, down into our farm, checked all that out, up, along, across the bridge, and we're now up into here. So that's basically all we're going to do, really. Carry on along there. There's a tunnel, a bit like you probably saw. There was a tunnel that side, just the edge of the map, basically. Now, there is a silo here, as I said. It's not showing on the map here, so something to note. Now, if we quickly run around, do have a rather large shed on this one as well, which is nice. Can't open these doors. That's fine, because we don't own this plot of land. That is absolutely fine. Right. I'm just going to add some money in, so bear with me a second. Okay, that should be enough. Now, I'm going to buy this plot of land. 3.3 million. There we go. Now that silo does now appear there. We can actually click on that one. So, okay, we can't click on any of the others. So that eliminates my theory. Does it let you click on them if you buy that plot of land? No, it doesn't. We do have icons showing on that silo as well. So that silo, to me, will work, I would imagine. Now, here's where the issues start. We own this plot of land now. Let's go over to the shed. Oh, I cannot get in this shed. There's a jet wash over here. It will not let me, even if I can speak, use the jet wash. So I can't even use that. We own this plot of land. Crazy. There is a fuel tank here, which obviously does show on the map. No icons around it. I can't fill it up. I can't do anything with it. Right, okay. There's the farmhouse over here. We now own the plot of land. There should be the sleep trigger showing there. There should be the wardrobe function in the garage. Can't open the doors to the garage. And if we go over the back, as you can see, there is cows in here ready to go. I think we've got some Holsteins and some brown Swiss in there. No idea how many's in there because field info's not coming up. There's no animal dialogue box or triggers over there. It's not showing up at all. There is a nice gate in and out we can do, and the reason this is modded in is because it has a very nice big pasture for them. So I'm a big fan of that. That's pretty cool. As you can see, we've got our cows out there. Oh, hello. There's some collectibles. There's one there, and there's one there in the sky. Right, that's the only two I've seen. I don't think we're going to get those. But there we go. So that's a major issue, and I'm not going to buy the plot across the road because it's exactly the same. There is no animals over there. We will head over there though. But as you can see, no triggers up at all. Can't open none of these doors. So a real shame, but I think that will get fixed. And it should be a reasonably easy fix, I would imagine. So I don't know how long this map will stay on Mod Hub. It could be gone if you're watching this, but it will need a fix definitely. Now across the road, smaller farm, can open the gates though. Got another silo there, but again no icons or anything like that. Well, we don't own this plot of land, so I wouldn't expect those to be there. But none of this works. I did try this. I bought this plot of land as well. Can't use the jet wash. No triggers come up the farmhouse. Can't open the shed. But there we go. So that is it. I think we'll leave it there, guys. I think I've gone through everything. Hopefully it will get updated and return, because like I say, I think it's a pretty cool map. Something a little bit different. But that is Imvani South Africa, I should say, by FarmerBOB. I hope you have enjoyed the map tour though. If you have, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to smash the bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been FarmerSim Snowy. Stay frosty.